Enid. I am Diana Hernandez, communication system for the city of Enid. With me is City Manager Jerald Gilbert.
Well, good afternoon, Diana. It's good to be here with you today.
Yeah, nice to have you on, and you are looking great, by the way.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You too.
Thanks. So a lot of things are going on coming with construction and roads. The Kennedy Street reconstruction has been finished. Also, the topographical survey of the agriculture area, tongue twister there, west of the Woodring Runway has also been completed. The 2710 West Cherokee that closed September the 2nd will be completed soon, sometime this week, and the relocation of the water line of East Randolph Avenue between 25th and 30th Street is continuing to progress. Now that's anticipated to take several months still.
Yes, I think what's happening right now is they'll move the water line, which is typically the first step, and then they'll come back and replace the street. It's a concrete street in that area, but it's busted up. That water line has leaked a lot, and so as people know that drive on our roads, when we fix the water line and have to tear up the street and patch it, it's never the same again. So that's why we moved the water line out, so that when that street is made new again with new concrete, it'll be, hopefully we won't have to touch it for a while, and it'll be nice and smooth for a while.
Now on West Roop Avenue Bridge, there's going to be some repairs done to the wing part of it, and that begins today, and that should be taking place the majority of this week and hopefully done by next week. Now that doesn't include any lane closures, just to drive with extreme caution, correct?
Yes, and the Root Bridge, people may remember, it's been maybe it's been a couple of years. It's been more than a year since we redecked it, but there's been some damage to the wing wall, some erosion around it. I think it's being fixed, and I'm glad that it's not going to inconvenience traffic. But if you see work going on in the area, just be cautious as you proceed, and they will fix that bridge so that it'll be in service for many, many years.
All right, awesome. Now, quality of life, something that all of us love and hold dear to. The Enid Public Library is hosting a viewing party of the documentary American Creed on Constitution Day, Thursday, September the 17th at 6 p.m. That documentary explores what it means to be an American. And for any more information, facebook.com/Enid Public Library. And speaking of quality of life, you are dressed very nicely today. And tell us a little bit why and where you were earlier and what's coming to Enid if people haven't heard the news.
Sure. I was just a little bit late getting over here. There was a press conference at the Stride Center, and the mayor wasn't able to be there today, so I filled in for him. There's a professional basketball team that's going to be coming to Enid. So if you haven't heard the news, there's a press release that's out there today. I'm sure it's going to be on Enid Buzz and other sources. And it's very exciting. The basketball season runs from February to June. And they're just announcing the team. The team will be called the Enid Outlaws. They'll be based here, play out of the Stride Bank Center arena over there, and play 12 home games and 12 away games. And it's very exciting. For those of you that remember, about 20 years ago, there was a professional team called the Oklahoma Storm here. And I know it operated for 3 or 4 years, and there was a following of the team there. And then this team will, I believe, even be a higher level of, it's a professional team. Everybody gets paid. A lot of the players will have come from European leagues. And then also there's the effort to try and get players that have played in Oklahoma at either OU or OSU, players with local ties. And they'll have all kinds of promotions, and they'll also be active out in the community, for instance, the schools, and then just in the community as well with the players. That's part of their job, is to work on community relations, build the community. It helps them because it helps build the fan base, but it also helps the community because most people, particularly kids and young adults, look up to professional athletes as they work on there and chase their dream based on their athletic ability. So it's very exciting, and I look forward to getting season tickets to go watch the Enid Outlaws play.
I know. Who would have thought that in the midst of all the chaos, like something great is coming to Enid and making it into a much more richer culture than it already is. So that's really exciting. Next is public health, COVID-19. The cases, total confirmed cases of COVID-19, in Garfield County, 1,333. Death related to COVID-19 in Garfield County, 17. Recovered from COVID-19 in Garfield County, 995. Active cases of COVID-19 in Garfield County, 321. So, is there any input that you would like to share to the community? I know it's an evolving topic, and I feel that we are all doing a great part in contributing to the safety of ourselves and to others around us.
Yes, I would just go ahead and reiterate, as everybody knows, COVID-19 is a serious health issue. The City of Enid is doing everything we can to encourage precautions such as social distancing, the voluntary wear of masks. Many businesses and organizations such as the school system has mandated masks within their span of control. And so those precautions certainly help, and I would just remind everybody to be cautious and definitely maintain your distance and think about events when you're planning them. I know that at the City of Enid, there's several city events that we might normally do that we've taken pause on doing. One of them's the Haunted Gym. We haven't officially canceled the Haunted Gym event yet, but we've got to figure out whether there's a way to do that safely, because it's been a very popular event. So those are the kind of things that everybody should, and I think they are, keeping in mind. We did get some positive news at the end of last week. The active current cases went down for a few days in a row. I think they went back up on Sunday, and I don't know what they've done today. And the Orange State COVID tracker system stayed orange. Actually went down a little bit to about 45 per 100,000 infected folks. So I didn't get a chance to look over at Express Wellness on the way to work, but I imagine there were probably lots of people standing there to get tests. I would also encourage people, if you are having the symptoms of COVID-19, please go get tested, because that's part of the strategy, is to find out when you're sick as quickly as possible and then quarantine or isolate until such time as you get better.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now, in the City of Enid, we do have a couple of openings that if you want to partake in the wonderful City of Enid, we have 3 positions available: Assistant City Attorney, Account Clerk, and Stormwater and Roadway Heavy Equipment Operator. So anything you want to add to that?
Yes, we always have positions open. We apparently only have about 3 currently. But I got a feeling there's some other positions that we're in the process of hiring for. A lot of them are entry-level positions. Sometimes we don't get enough people, and so we'll be reposting those jobs. So please watch the job board closely on the website. You can apply and fill out your application electronically, and certainly you can call into HR to follow up on jobs, or you can come into City Hall, as you desire, to come down here. So the city's one of the larger employers in town. They're a good place to work, as you and I both know, and I would encourage people that are interested in employment, please keep watching our job board. We certainly can always use more good people to help us provide the services to the citizens that they deserve.
Absolutely. It's a very rewarding job,
Yes.
Serving the community. Now, upcoming commission study session. What is on the agenda for the study session?
Well, there's 3 primary things on the study session currently, and I believe that's what's going to be on there. There's the Call Lake update, which Garver, our engineer, and Garney, the construction manager at risk, will be here along with city staff, primarily Chris Gdansky and the engineers, to discuss where we're at. I know that Garney is reworking their 60% estimate in preparation to begin working on the guaranteed maximum price. The real difference, the way I understand it, between the 60% estimate and the guaranteed maximum price on the entire Call Lake project is that they actually start bidding items out in the October timeframe to get actual prices that they then in turn put together in a guaranteed maximum price for the city. We're expecting about a $240 million guaranteed maximum price. And when that gets added to all the engineering and geotech work and surveys and cultural relic surveys and such, it all adds up. And then the land acquisition, it adds up to about $315 million, which is the total budget for the project. So we're excited. Contractually, we should have a guaranteed maximum price by the end of November. And our final loan package with OWRB is dependent on having that package. And So a lot of stuff we think will be coming together on Call Lake at the end of the year, so there'll be a nice update for the commission and the public at that meeting. We're also going to talk about the Ward 3 cleanup. I know Commissioner Norwood has been very active in leading the cleanup efforts. Started in Ward 2. We're ready to move to Ward 3. He's working closely with Commissioner Zell, who is the Ward 3 commissioner, and they have some areas identified. What we'll talk about tomorrow night, and I've already spoken with Commissioner Norwood, is from the city side, we would like to spend about a month in each area.
That's great.
And on each Monday, pick up that trash that's been taken to the curb or the limbs. And so we'll have some thoughts about that as the commissioners discuss the cleanup effort. And then the last item is discussing the issue that has been an issue for a while, but has really become exacerbated probably in the last several weeks or maybe even a couple of months with homeless issues in the breezeway on Randolph. And a lot of or some homeless folks use the breezeway, and there's no issues, just like anybody else walking through there or sitting down there. But there have been lots of incidents in the last month, I'll say, of folks fighting over there, drug use reported, sexual activity going on, even threats to people and threats to take away. One of the latest ones was a threat to take away an infant from a mother who was coming from across the street. So the business owners are frustrated. Main Street is reaching out. We're partnering with them to try and work with the commission to find a solution down there. One of the things that we're looking at is looking at what the breezeway offers to those in the homeless condition to see if those services or those needs can be met somewhere else or even there, as long as it's done in a way that allows everybody to peaceably use the area. So that's a tough issue because the issue of homelessness itself is not an issue that can be solved by the city anyway. In fact, I would say not even the whole city, because if it could be, we wouldn't have this problem. So anyway, it's going to take a whole lot of people, not just city folks, but the organizations that already work on the issue and the city maybe working to do something maybe a little more than we have. And I appreciate Main Street and their efforts, Natalie Berlow, but we do know we need to improve the situation down there fairly soon. So that'll be the topics of conversation tomorrow. On the regular meeting, there's a lot of items in consent, which are typically contracts, awards, easement acquisitions, things like that. One of the notable things that is on the agenda is the firefighter collective bargaining agreement. So we are excited to have an agreement with them, and they're still voting on it. I think they'll finish voting tomorrow, but the results are favorable, and I anticipate the commission will favorably consider the collective bargaining agreement. And once that's complete, we'll have annual agreements with all of our unions that go through June of next year. So that's pretty much the recap of what's going to be on the agenda tomorrow. We'll be at the Stride Center again, because it gives us the grand ballroom, gives us a lot more room to spread out and do it in person more safely. We'll also be on Zoom in case anybody wants to watch via Zoom. They can interact via Zoom by filling out or filling out that, signing their name up on a roster that they would like to speak about an issue. So we encourage all of that. And then you can tell them about all the different ways it's shown, right? It's shown Facebook and... Yes,
it is streamed live on Facebook and also on YouTube. You can also sign in to Zoom and be a participant on Zoom. You can also go in person. So it is many different options that you can have. But if you want to participate, if you want to speak, it can only be done on Zoom or in person. Unfortunately, we cannot sign up, have a way to do that through Facebook or YouTube yet, but who knows what day. All right, is there anything, I don't have any questions on here. Is there anything else that you want to share with the residents that are watching before we close out?
I don't think so. Just maybe I say that, and then I always have something. Just that your city staff is working hard to solve and improve the problems in town, the potholes. I know we've caught up with some of the mowing, but some of the mowing is still needing to be done, And we always have challenges. So we're always looking for new, innovative ways. If the citizens have ideas or recommendations for us, we're open to hearing those as well. So please give us your good ideas and know that we're working hard for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jerald. And thank you,
Diana.
Yes, thank you, Enid, for watching. And please feel free to contact us with any concerns, ideas, solutions. You can also use the C-Click Fix app, where you can report like bulk pickups, and also not only report but also ask for a ride from Enid Transportation and things like that. So it's a very unique app that you can also keep track of all the things that you report if you want to check the history of it, and it helps us kind of keep track of what needs to be done, because we can't have all eyes everywhere. We're a limited amount of individuals working for the city of Enid, so if we all work together and have eyes everywhere, we can make Enid a better place. So thank you, Enid, for watching, and you guys have a great rest of your week.